Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and today we're going to be asking the question, do you actually need a CDL license to own a trucking company? Well, let me give you the quick answer. The quick answer legally is no. So to own any company in this country, technically you don't even have to be 18 years old. We usually recommend that you're at least 18 years old, but you can be a business owner before the age of 18 if you choose to. I think I started my first official business when I was like 16, 17 years old. So the earlier you start, the faster you're going to learn. That's pretty much what happened to me in my path. But I did not decide to open up my own trucking company. But many people who do come in here want to open up their own trucking company, and they see big goals for that. And that's something that we help people do all the time. So when it comes to opening up a trucking company, you have to understand that there's trucking companies that have one truck, and there's trucking companies that have thousands and thousands of trucks. And you get to decide what game you want to play. So this kind of got inspired by a guy, a personal friend of mine, who actually owns a pretty successful truck driving company in California. I think they're up to like 150 to 200 trucks, and this guy has never driven a truck before in his life. He does not have a CDL license. It was started by his dad. His dad kind of got it up to about 8 trucks, and he really blew it up to what it is today. And he purposely did not get a CDL license because he knew if he got a CDL license, he'd be stuck driving the trucks itself, and they would keep his company small. So he decided to run it as an actual business owner and actually move forward and kind of expand the business without getting into the mechanics of the actual driving part. Because he knew that, yeah, maybe if he had a CDL license in the beginning, it would have helped him out, fix a few problems here and there, but long term he would have never been able to grow the company that it is at right now if he was stuck in driving the truck inside the vehicle at that time. But that's a completely different skill set, right? So if you want to start off with a 1 or 2 truck kind of show and you want to grow to that level, my recommendation is get your own trucking license first. Maybe work for another company so you have some understanding of how the whole business operates, and then go on your own and start purchasing 1, 2, or 3 different trucks. But at least now you have a good understanding. He actually had the benefit of actually growing up somewhat in the business with his uncles and his fathers, so he kind of understood how that whole process worked. He didn't have to go through that step itself. But instead of actually owning getting himself a CDL license, he invested a whole lot of money in business coaching and mindset coaching, and that's kind of where we met, in those kind of environments, where we go to a lot of different Tony Robbins events or different other personal coaches events, where we actually learn how to run the business and grow it and scale it, type of thing. And that's all great if that's what you want to do as well. And we can help you out with that and guide you in the right direction. Our mission is to help 1 million people get on the road to freedom. And what's more free than driving where you want to go, creating the business that you want to create, and living the life that you want, right? So that being said, if you are interested in getting yourself that CDL license and you want to kind of decide on, hey, should I get it now? Should I just start my own company? These are some things to kind of filter out. One is going to be, how much experience do you actually have in business in general? If the answer is not that much, then I would recommend starting off with getting yourself a CDL license, because then it's going to kind of give you the skill set that you need. That worst case scenario, if you don't know how to hire, fire, manage your employees, you can actually just get into the truck and keep the business going. Step number 2 that you have to think about is, how much money do you actually have to invest? If the answer is not a lot, in that case, you have to get your hands dirty. When I started this business, I didn't have that much money to invest into starting this thing. So I had to learn how to do every little piece of the work here, simply because there was no one else that I could hire, since I didn't have the money to do so. So if you're in that category, I recommend, again, investing in yourself and getting your CDL license, so then you can actually start learning, and it's going to make you much better in the long run. Now, are you going to be rich in 1 year? No. This guy who has 150 to 200 trucks, that didn't happen overnight. That happened over a lifetime of actually working his butt off and working his tail off, and the same thing can happen to you. Because I have the belief, if another person did it, I can do it too, because they put on their pants the same exact way I put on my pants, right? So the pathway is there. All you got to do is actually do the work itself. The other thing that you do have to understand is how much trucking specific industry experience do you actually have. Have you worked for a trucking company before? Have you been around maybe parents or family who've owned and run successful trucking companies, not just truck drivers, right? It's a completely different business model when you're a driver versus running a multiple trucking company. And if you don't have that much experience, again, I recommend getting your CDL license in the first place, getting that foundation that you need, potentially working for another company with the mindset of being an owner so you can kind of see how the departments operate, what's the flows look like. So that gives you a blueprint on how to expand your trucking empire. We've helped many students go through this process in the past. For instance, one guy comes up all the time. His name is Tim. He came back in 2017. His story is actually pretty cool. He sold his car to actually pay for school since he didn't have that much money. After that, he graduated. He got a job, saved up a bunch of money, partnered up with a few different people, and wound up growing his business one truck at a time, right? He's got a really cool story. Maybe we'll bring him on again for another interview coming up. But now, last time I talked to him, I think he's up to 8 or 9 different trucks. And again, he started his journey in 2017. He just bought a house. Things are pretty good for him. Like, things are moving well in his life, simply because he made the commitment of actually investing in himself, putting in the work now, getting him the skill set that he needs, but always having that vision for the future of making more money and helping him get on his road to freedom. So if you are interested in that, if that inspired you, definitely I invite you to come in and get your CDL license here at Driving Academy. This is the best place to get you on the road to freedom. And all you got to do is give our team a call, 908-525-3649, or check out our website at cdldrivingacademy.com. Again, that's cdldrivingacademy.com. Thanks, and have a great day. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.